Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time coming, so just before the video gets started, if you're new to the channel, which 99% of you probably will be, click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you end up enjoying the video, and be sure to check out my other videos as I make how-tos, reviews, funny moments, and more. These videos will be linked at the top right corner of the video. Lastly, if you enjoy it, please be sure to share it as well as slap that like button. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So to begin, this game is one of the best, if not the best VR game I have ever played to date. Now, I'm more of a multiplayer guy, and this is my opinion, so you'll most likely think different, and if you do think different, that's totally fine. Maybe in your opinion it's the worst, or it's okay. Whatever the case may be, I personally believe it's the best VR title out right now. And I've actually been playing it since launch. Launch was October 20th, I believe, 2020. So it's been almost a year, hence the title of the video. It's actually the only game that really keeps me coming back at the moment. That, and I just downloaded Gorilla Tag. I'd like to recommend that game as well. If you know, you're new to the VR space, that's a pretty fun game, or if you've been playing VR, great game. Alright, let's get back to Population 1 though. If you're not sure what it is, then either you live under a rock or you never played VR in your life. Population 1 is a VR battle royale that puts you against 15 enemies for a total of 18 people in a game, including you. So with that being said, there are obviously some pros and cons to this game I'd like to address. Let's start with some of the pros. Some pros would include the developers, as they try their best to fix bugs as well as make really cool events to keep the game alive. They were doing battle passes, which is something that I enjoyed, but not everyone has the money to spend on a battle pass after, you know, buying a $30 game, which leads me to my first con. But they fixed this con as of right now, so I guess it's more of a pro now. Let me explain. So what they did was 2 seasons worth of battle passes, where you'd have to pay $5 for a standard pass with no tiers, or $10 for a pass, and I believe they gave you 15 tiers with a total of 50 tiers to complete. Now if you're like me and you work a job and have other things to do other than play video games, then you're not reaching tier 50 unless you bought it, because you were able to buy tiers. However, like I said, the developers learned a lot, and people didn't like the battle pass, so instead of doing the battle passes this season, they made it events, and it's completely free. So if you're thinking about buying the game, the battle pass was something that was bothering you, then you should buy it now, because they got rid of the battle pass itself. I personally like the events better than the battle pass as well, and the reason being is because it's bringing in more players to play the game, and I think that was the whole point of adding events into this game. And by events, I mean they have 4 separate events. So the first event was based off of kills and wins, and it tallied up your points, and you unlocked a whole bunch of characters and spray paints, just a whole bunch of things that you can use in game. Was the first event. The second event was you finishing in whatever percentile, so the more points you had, and whatever percentile you finish in is how many rewards you got. That was a pretty cool event. And this is the third event. There's 4 this season. The third event is just having to shoot balloons. It's kind of simple, but you know, it's a cool concept, and I am not sure what the 4th event is yet because they haven't added it, but I 100% think the events are better, because, you know, instead of spending $10 or $5 after buying a $30 game each time, they're now free, and it brings in more players. But anyways, enough about the developers and the battle pass. Let's get into the actual game itself. I personally love Battle Royale in VR. It has a different feel to it rather than playing it on a controller or keyboard or mouse. This brings me to my first point. The feeling that you get when you kill somebody or kill a couple people. I know this might sound a little psychotic, but killing people in this game makes you feel awesome. There's something about the feeling of shooting someone directly in the face from a first-person point of view, and, you know, doing it all yourself by pointing your controller, aiming your gun, stuff like that. Speaking of shooting people in the face, the guns in the game are also very top tier as well. They add new weapons every season and then decide if they want to keep them in the game or not. I believe it's based on what the players want. I'm honestly not really sure, but I know, like, most things that the players didn't like, they took out, but there was also some things that the players did like that they also took out. So I don't know how they decide that, but most of the time they take out most of the guns after season or events are over. They have a good amount of ARs to choose from, some SMGs, there are 2 shotguns, One of the shotguns being the DT11, which I personally loved at the start of the game. And, you know, as the game went on, I switched over to the M1014. In my opinion, it shoots way faster. It's way easier to reload when you're going up against somebody that has an SMG or the M1014 itself, because you have enough time to be able to reload. With the DT, you only get 2 shots, and then that's it, because it's a double-barrel shotgun. But anyways, you can go from flying and shooting to climbing and shooting. Endless possibilities of ways that you can shoot. Did I mention that they also have skins that you can unlock either during events or just on a normal system that is actually already integrated into the game? So I believe it is 50 levels, and they have a whole bunch of skins and things that you can unlock to progress through the game. So you're always going to have a progression system. Because they add events and a bunch of other things. With pros, there always comes some shitty things, which would mean that there comes cons. But hey, nothing's perfect, right? Some things I find that would make the game almost perfect would be a ranking system to keep players that play all day away from the players that play once a week or a couple times a week. I find that sometimes I don't play video games for like a week or two, and then I get back on and get destroyed by people who never get off the game. Not too often does this happen, but sometimes it happens, and it really sucks when it does. I also believe that they should bring back 24-player games. In Season 2, they had it to where it was 24-player games instead of 18, but like the weapons, they took this out after the season ended, and I believe you should also have a choice between the two. I find that would be awesome. It makes the game more action-packed with 24 players, and with just 18 players in the game, I find myself winning after killing like 1 or 2 squads too many times, unless I hot drop or I follow everyone. But I like to loot up before I go out into action, as I'm sure many others do. Many of you probably like to do that as well. The win still feels rewarding, but it's not as rewarding as when I kill like 9 or 10 people. So for my next con, they add game modes such as Team Deathmatch and War for a limited time, which is a really cool concept. But I don't think that they should just do it for a limited time. Let me explain what I mean. So for example, you have the standard Battle Royale mode, and they should also have the standard Battle Royale mode. On top of that, they should have standard Team Deathmatch mode, and not make it limited time, or standard War mode, and keep it in the game. And on top of that, have the limited time. So let's say they put Team Deathmatch into the game, and then they would make War for a limited time, or any game mode that they want to make for a limited time. And I also think that they could switch it out to where, you know, one week they have it all Team Deathmatch, the next week they have it all War, and, you know, maybe go on and off. Something along the lines of that. I know there are custom rooms in which you can play solos and other game modes, but you can't level up in those rooms, and therefore it makes me not want to play the solo custom rooms, because there's no progression, and I like the progression of the game, as many others I'm assuming do as well. This leads me into my final con, and my final con would be that they need to add a solo and duo mode. They only have a squad mode, and if you're solo queued, you get paired up with 2 random people. I believe that this is awesome if you want to pair up with 2 random people, but only because most people on VR are very friendly and want to have fun, same as you. But I think with a solo and a duo mode, the game would feel more complete, because I find that way too many times when I queue up with one other person, we either get a third that has never played before, or no third at all, and it is very rare to find a third, or a good third, or a third at all. Well, I guess with all that being said, I think I rambled on long enough. I hope you're thinking about buying this game, and if you take all this into consideration, and I hope if you have this game you can agree with me and disagree with me on some things that I said. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with certain things or disagree with certain things, as it's okay to disagree with me because everybody has different opinions. If you enjoyed this video, again, be sure to slap that like button and share the video. Don't forget to check out my other videos, and if you enjoy those videos also, I hope I'm worthy for you to click that subscribe button. I really hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.